Hi everyone, Stacy from Dies to Die For. Welcome to Thursday night's card making video. Tonight we're going to be doing the second card that we did last Saturday at the One of a Kind event. We're going to be doing this Roses card. So let's get started, and this is a nice simple card. I know I said that about the last one, but this one really is. There's no dimension to it, no trying to fold a piece of paper. Grab all my pieces. Show you first how I ink the roses for this, because I'm only using one layer this time. I know that's shocking to most of you, but I just inked the top portion with my milled lavender. And I'm starting with my lighter color first because I'm going to ink with the green, and if I get a little bit of the lavender on the part that's supposed to be green, the green will cover it up very easily. Then I'm going to use my peeled paint distress ink. I had to grab my brush quick. I'm using a thin brush for this. This is a makeup brush, actually, an eyelash brush, because I want to get right up to the edge, but I don't want to get it onto the flower part. Once you get it up to the edge, you could switch to a regular wider brush if you'd like. I'm just going to continue to use my eyelash brush. There. Easy as that. This is the way that I make the flowers if I'm in a hurry or trying to, because it's a lot faster to do that. Excuse me. Lex is here with me tonight, being my assistant. Okay, let's show you how I built the card bases. I took our stitched rectangle set. This is Lou's stitched rectangle set out of her June kit. And I cut this size out as a frame, and then I cut the second size as a mat, and I inked them all blue with the Simon Hurley Clear Skies ink. Then I put my outer piece, my frame piece, down, and now the matte piece I put on pop dots, and I'm going to put that right in the center. And I also did that on the Slimline card, except I used Gina Marie stitch dies for that one. Okay. Then I have a bunch of these words that came in the June kits for Louisiana Lowry and Betty Manning. I cut the thank you out of it, and I inked it with the same purple ink that I did the roses. And I cut out a stitched rectangle, and I forgot to grab all my inks. Dang it. Let me grab my Simon Hurley Clear Skies ink. I forgot I was gonna need this one. I thought I had everything inked. And then I'm just gonna ink this little rectangle, stitched rectangle piece. That's how I did the backgrounds too. Take my glue, and I'm pre-recording this, so yes, I am using the same glue I used in the last video. The glue that I always use, my art glitter glue, is at my warehouse. Lay that stitched rectangle right over the top of that thank you. Put it wherever you feel comfortable. And we're going to put some pop dots on. Oops. I grabbed these out of my thing and a few of them came flying out. We're going to put some pop dots on this little word piece. And I'm going to put Lex to work trying to take the backs off of those while I show you the rest of the cards, or the rest of what I did in the card. these long. Usually I cut that off so I can shove the flower down in there more, the rose, but I didn't want it all the way in there today. So there is no cutting involved in those, except I have an extra layer in here. A lot of times I'll cut my roses out 2 layers thick, so sometimes there's a sticking point, and there we go. It's on there. Put those roses right in that little lip on that vase. Oh, in case you were wondering, I didn't show you the dies, did I? This entire thing is part of the Betty Manning June set. I know it's a little bit past June, but we still have plenty of the kits left. And once the kits themselves are gone, we'll still be selling the die itself. And if some of you haven't noticed, we started selling the dies individually too, because a lot of our international customers wanted to get the dies, but the shipping on paper is really expensive internationally, so they didn't want to have to buy the whole kit and pay the super high shipping. They just wanted the die. So we changed it up and we put underneath each kit where you can purchase just the die. And Lex is playing with my glue. Glue these down real quick. Well, if you watched the last video, you know it's not real quick because this glue does not dry really quick. But that's okay because there's not a lot to do on this card. So once we get it all done and where we want them, then we can just let it sit and dry. Okay, I got my roses in there. Now we're going to take another frame piece of the stitched rectangles. And I'm going to put this kind of a little more towards the top, not really in the center to save room for my sentiment. So we'll put it just a little hair down. Like that, I think. Looks good. Then after you get that down, you're going to glue all your rose pieces wherever you want them to hold down. You can put a little bit of glue on them. You can glue just the vase down and let the flowers be free. I would suggest gluing at least some of the stem if you're not going to glue the flowers themselves down. Now this, I'm going to put it right on top of that little frame that we just made. Oops. You want to make sure that your stem pieces are inside of your vase. Okay, then you have glue on your roses, and hopefully you're using a faster acting glue so you can kind of spread them out a little bit more. And now, which word were we using? I think I was using thank you for this one. Yep, that's what I was doing. You put your little thank you right at the bottom, so it's overlapping your vase and your frame. There you go. See, I was telling the truth. It was a nice simple card. Oh, but you want to know what I forgot to do on Tuesday night's card that we are not going to forget tonight? Enamels. Cannot forget those enamels. I'm sure Lex would like to put one down. Right about there. Sure, that looks good. That's good. Okay. And I'm not using the biggest size in these enamels. I might on the slimline card that I wanted. I think this card's more soft and delicate. I wanted just some tiny pieces. One maybe right there. Then we have nothing up here. We need at least one up there. There we go. All right.
Beautiful.
It's all done, and we even remembered the enamels this time. So let's move on to our slimline card. And I already have my vase all put together with the good glue, so all we're going to do is the same thing on this card, except spread it out a little bit more. Are you guys getting how easy it is to turn a A2 card into a slimline card? I know now I kind of switched it up and I'm using some A2 or some slimline size dies. But if you watched any of my earlier videos before I had any slimline dies, I showed a lot of videos on how to make slimline cards with the dies that you already have. So if you don't want to invest in slimline dies, but you want to make slimline cards, you can always go and watch those videos. Put this down there maybe. Like that. But then I think I want to get some glue on this really quick because I think I want to put that vase behind. Lex keeps turning my glue the other way, so it's dab some spots on there. Lift that up a little and slide that vase right behind there. On the other one, on the A2, we didn't have to worry about it because that sentiment covered it up, but this one not so much. Oh, and the slimline I'm using tonight, and also the one I used on Tuesday night, is 3.5 inches wide. All right, there's that. Now, let's do our enamels this time and not forget them. I have one extra rose. We put that on there somewhere. Nope, I think we're going to say no to that again tonight. Or actually, what do you think? What do you think, Lex? Lex says no. Okay. That was an easy decision. Oh, my frame slid a little bit too. I forgot this glue's not. I think it slid when I picked it up to put that under there. Okay, then we're going to go with some of the bigger enamels. Fill in more space. Do a group of 3 right there. 1 right there. Maybe 1 right there. Group of 2 there. Maybe 1 over on this side. What do you think, Lex? We need something there, don't we? Looks off. Like right there?
Mm-hmm.
Or over further. Maybe spread these out. The nice thing about these enamels is you can still move them around a little bit for a... Please quit, honey. Okay, but quit, please. For a short period of time, you can still move them around. Not so sure I'm liking that guy right there. I think that maybe he needs to come over here a little bit more. I think so. Okay, that's... I think I just used all the white enamels that I had on the smaller sizes anyway, on 3 sheets.
Use these.
Yeah, I want the smaller one, so bug. Put that one right up there. Okay, what do you think? Is it good? She gave me a thumb. Show them what you gave me. Thumbs up.
Good.
Okay, there's your Thursday night card making video. 2 cards super fast. And I showed you a card using flowers that I did not use the flower tool on. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next week. Have a great week. Don't forget to like and subscribe also.
Bye.